Every now and again we come across one of those mysteries on Earth that has been overlooked for thousands of years. When discovered, we naturally wonder who created it, what civilization, and how long ago in ancient history did the civilization exist. But of course, the history we have become accustomed to learning and teaching about would have us believe that anything older than 5,000 years before the birth of Christ has to have been created by a very primitive race of Earthlings. But we believe this is simply not the case. We thought we would treat you guys to a few mysteries by civilizations we know to be more than 12,000 years old at least. This predates anything that has ever been taught to education seekers the world over, and it dates back past the ancient cataclysm 12,000 years ago that brought the world to its knees and completely wiped out almost all the history from the global empire of the ancients. These are a few examples of extreme high technology that survived the cataclysm. We hope you enjoy our selection. Wait till you hear this. At 6, the Stone Age tunnels. All across Europe, underneath hundreds of Neolithic settlements, archaeologists have uncovered evidence of an extensive network of underground tunnels. From almost 2,300 feet in Bavaria, Germany to 1,200 feet in Austria, the fact that these tunnels survived for at least 12,000 years is a testimony to the skill of the builders and of the sheer size the original network must have been. Even though they did not all link up, experts believe people used these tunnels to travel safely regardless of which danger they were facing. Throughout this system, there also appears to be storage rooms and seating. These tunnels reach as far north as Scotland and are extremely complex. We think you would agree that a primitive civilization could not have created these tunnels. Were they created to escape the ancient cataclysm 12,000 years ago? Number 5. The Long U Caves. These caves are the ninth wonder of the ancient world. The origin of the 24 caves that have been uncovered is one of the biggest mysteries in this region of the world. They were only discovered in 1992 and no historical record or evidence of the work involved to excavate the million cubic meters of stone exist. The carving out of the caves were done in such a way that it left a consistent pattern throughout the caves that resembles a modern tunnel boring machine. And an even bigger mystery comes from 7 of the caves that have a distribution pattern that matches the 7 stars of the Big Dipper, providing the ancient creators had an advanced knowledge of astronomy as well as technologies that history cannot explain. In at number 4 on our list, Nan Madol. Found off the island of Pohnpei in Micronesia lies the ancient city of Nan Madol. Built on a coral reef exclusively from colossal basalt rocks weighing up to 50 tons, the city is intercrossed by a multitude of canals and connected via submerged tunnels. Its scale has been compared to the Great Wall of China and Great Pyramid, even though the pyramid stones weigh much less. No records exist whatsoever as to who built the city, when it was built, or for what reason. The origin of the basalt rocks that make up the city is unknown, as is the method used to transport them there and stack them as high as 50 feet and as thick as 17 feet. We believe this is another example of extreme ancient technologies that again predates history. It is simply a mystery to us modern humans. And at number 3, the Rama Empire. The demise of this empire has been compared to a nuclear apocalypse. Evidence in the rock turned to glass under extreme temperatures points to either an asteroid airburst, a nuclear explosion, or of course an ancient cataclysm 12,000 years ago. This is yet another civilization that came to a sudden end, and almost all the history completely lost by a violent event in the distant past. In the Indus Valley, the cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro were recently discovered. The cities were so sophisticated and well planned that archaeologists believe they were conceived as whole cities before construction of them begun. This demonstrates a much more advanced civilization than that of what we were being led to believe. The Harappa culture also remains an enigma. Its origins and deterioration is hidden. Its dialect is unknown and the writing is completely indecipherable. Does that not just completely blow your mind? At the sites of these cities, no difference in social class can be discerned, and there are no temples or religious buildings. No other culture, including those of Egypt or Mesopotamia, have revealed the same degree of planning and development. If ever there was proof of a lost advanced civilization, this is it. It is also thought that the Rama Empire may even have had the power of flight as portrayed in many depictions, but that's for another video. Number 2 on our list, Sacsayhuaman. In the hills surrounding the city of Cusco in Peru, we find the stunning interlocking walled complex of Sacsayhuaman. This site is famed for its remarkably large dry stone walls with boulders carefully cut to fit together tightly without mortar. The stone used in the construction of the terraces at Sacsayhuamman, which weigh up to 700 tons each, are among the largest used in any building in this region of the world, and displays a precision of fitting that is unmatched anywhere else on Earth. The stones are so closely spaced that a single piece of paper will not fit between them. This precision, combined with the rounded corners of the blocks, the variety of their interlocking shapes, and the way the walls lean inward have puzzled scientists for decades. We cannot match these stone cuts today, and it's truly another ancient mystery of advanced technology that completely boggles our minds. And at number 1, Göbekli Tepe. Dating back at least 12,000 years ago, the recently discovered temple complex in southeastern Turkey of Göbekli Tepe has been called the most important archaeological discovery of all time. Predating pottery, writing, the wheel, and most other basic everyday essentials of education, development, and construction, Göbekli Tepe implies a level of sophistication and complexity thus far not associated with Paleolithic civilization. With a construction date thousands of years earlier than Stonehenge, the site consists of 20 rounded structures, of which 4 have been excavated so far, elaborately carved pillars up to 18 feet tall and weighing up to 25 tons each. Nobody can say with any certainty who created this site or why, but one has to wonder how these supposed hunter-gatherers had advanced knowledge of masonry and stonework if they were the first civilization that supposedly inhabit the Earth. Makes you wonder, right? One has to wonder why this technology, as well as the incredible methods used to build these megalithic ruins, became lost in the immediate centuries afterwards. A technology developed continues to fan out, but a less advanced civilization will lose the technology in time if they do not understand what it is. This is clearly the case that 12,000 years ago, a supernova caused a huge cataclysm on Earth. Almost all the civilizations were completely devastated, crucial history was lost, and humankind was set back countless thousands of years as a result. The surviving people then slowly evolved after this event, but almost completely from scratch, apart from some of the greatest constructions of the true ancient world. The true age of the human race to the point of this cataclysm could have been 200,000 years. What do you guys think of this amazing construction in ancient history? Thanks for watching, and remember, the ways by which we arrive at knowledge are hardly less wonderful than the discovery of these things themselves.